William Hill sponsors Joshua vs Barker live on Sky Sports Box Office.
That's how boxing should be.
KUGAN, CASSIUS, IFL TV, MTK Global at the weigh-in here for Joshua Parker. I'm joined by the Cobra himself, FROCH. How are you, mate?
Not bad.
Looking well, Carl?
Still call me the Cobra, don't you?
Why not?
No, it's all good.
Carl, how much of a test is this going to be for Anthony Joshua this week?
I'm hoping it's going to be a bit of a test. Don't get me wrong, I want Joshua to get in there and do the business. I think he will, but I'm a boxing fan as well, as a pundit and a commentator. Now, I want to see a good fight. When he fought Klitschko, that was one of the best fights I've seen in I don't know how long. It was just exciting from start to finish. So, yeah, hopefully Parker gives him a test. And I don't see why he wouldn't. He's unbeaten. He's quite a big lump. He properly believes in himself, and he's got everything to fight for, hasn't he? I mean, there's no reason for him to come here and just like flop. You know, he's got to perform. He's got a real big opportunity to try and dethrone the king. So hopefully Parker really has a go and gives Josh a few sticky moments. But I think ultimately Joshua's too big. His range is too. He's got good range. He's got Rob McCracken in his corner as well, and he knows the game inside out. So I don't think he'll have too much trouble, but I'm expecting a good scrap. I really am.
Obviously, Deontay Wilder's meant to make the trip over here. He's looking unlikely that he will come over here ahead of a potential fight with Joshua in the future. Can you see why he hasn't come over here?
I've seen a couple of bits of Eddie Hearn saying he spat his dummy out, he's got the ump because they won't let him in the ring, but no, he should come out really. I think it'd be big, it builds it, but I don't think he was given any sort of credibility in terms of he wanted to get in the ring and they wouldn't give him his little spot in the ring. He wanted to just jump in the ring. If he wants to do that, come over and just do a Tyson Fury and just
get in there anyway.
Just get in the ring after when he's done his interview. You know, have a bit of respect. Show, you know, you can't be out of order. But climb in the ring and ask politely, can I just have a chat with AJ? Or just get in front of the cameras on the night. He should be here. Deontay Wilder should be here. Should be making some noise, and it builds the fight because this is the biggest stage. Come on, let's be honest. This is a chance for him to really now drive home the fact that he wants to fight AJ.
Obviously, Dylan White.
He's going to fight AJ. Is AJ going to fight him next? Or it won't be next, but is he going to fight him in 2 fights, or are they going to swerve it?
Eddie Hearn's talking about Dylan White after obviously he knocked out Lucas Brown. He called him out, and
I'm amongst the fans. I'm amongst like quite a lot of hardcore fans as well. People who enjoy boxing and watch it, and there's a lot of people who don't want to see the Dylan White fight. Not yet. Nothing against Dylan White, but he needs to get some momentum going. He needs to beat a couple of decent names. Can't jump straight in with him.
So would you like to see, if he comes through Saturday, Joshua, his next fight against Deontay Wilder?
I'd like to see that. It's probably not realistic to ask that. So maybe Miller. Is it Miller, the American?
Gerald Miller, yeah.
Yeah, Gerald Miller. That would be a good fight. Another fight worth watching that's going to still build. And then I think he needs to fight Wilder. I've said it anyway. I've said it from the start. I think the Wilder fight, because I think he beats Wilder in a great fight. It's a risky one. And then when he beats Wilder, he's got the WBC. Does he not want the green and gold belt? It's my first title I won. That is the best belt in the business. Get that belt, you've unified it, you're then the main man. AJ's the main man anyway, but you're officially the main man. And then he can defend against whoever he wants and pick and choose and do his mandatories. Get Wilder out of the way now. This is a big fight. Probably not next. Fight after next. Fight Wilder, then defend against whoever you want for the next 5, 10 years, however long you want to reign for, because I think AJ's that good. But I can see the risk. There's the big man out there, look. There's the reason the fight's not happening. I'm looking up at Eddie Hearn at the minute, by the way. We'll get him over in a minute. He's not going to come down. He knows I'll put him under the car.
I know, that's what I want him done. Eddie, come over here, sir. He will.
Yeah, he will actually. He's on his way.
Where does Tyson Fury fit into all this, in your opinion?
Tyson Fury fits into the mix very excitingly, and I'd love him to be back. He looks good in the gym. Little snippets I've seen of him, saying all the right things, losing a bit of weight. Yeah, good fighter, isn't he? Still young enough to to do something. It'd be great if Tyson Fury came back, but he needs a fight or two just to get back in, so people believe that actually he can still box at any sort of level, and then he's banging to mix in.
Joshua Fury.
Great fight.
If that was to happen.
Yeah, not straight away though. I don't think Fury should be jumping straight in with Joshua. I think Joshua would be too much for him straight away. He needs to get back in the mix, have a couple of fights, a couple of warm-ups, find his feet. He's had a long time out of the ring, get his head straight, do a couple of ring walks, do a couple of training camps, and then really start beating the drum for the AJ fight, 'cause that's a great fight.
But it's definitely an exciting time for the heavyweight division at the moment, surely.
It is very exciting. I mean, there's no real killers in the division now. I mean, AJ obviously a big puncher, great fighter. But there's no Mike Tysons and Lennox Lewis and even Holyfield, them kind of fighters. But boxing's all about timing. We're in the area that we're in, and it's exciting. There's some good fights out there.
Who sits at the top of the tree for you though at the moment?
AJ.
Joshua, yeah.
Deontay Wilder's a great fighter, big puncher, awkward, but I think his technique isn't good enough to beat AJ. He can land a shot. If he lands a big shot on AJ and hits him on the chin, it could hurt him. And then he's one of them that when he tastes blood, he goes for the finish, and it could be a big upset for AJ. I don't think it would be, but it could be. But you've got to put AJ at the top. AJ's the man. But I'm a little bit biased as well. AJ's my mate. I like AJ. Rob trains him. My coach, my old coach. So people probably say, "Oh, FROCH is going to say that," but the AJ Wilder fight is like, what is it? It's 60-40, 55-45 in AJ's favour. That's why I want to see it.
Carl, what have you made of the whole Golovkin and CANELO situation? The fight's looking every day more unlikely to happen.
Don't you think that fight will happen? Because of drugs?
Yeah, I think
the
arena are offering refunds on tickets.
If it doesn't
now.
happen, why is that? Would it be because Triple G is saying I'm not fighting him because he's doping? Is that what the...
Well, they've got a hearing, I think, it was on the 10th, now it's on the 18th of April, which is literally about 2.5-3 weeks before the fight.
Yeah, it's a real shame.
It's looking like it's in serious doubt.
Yeah, it's terrible. Real shame. Was that May 5th?
May 5th, yeah, same night as Bellew Hay.
Bellew to Hay. To make up for that one. I'm not really that interested in CANELO Triple G. It's a decent fight, but not that arsed.
So should the fight be going ahead, based on what...
Not if it's failed a drug test, no. If it's failed a drug test, it should be disgraced and banned. You can't cheat. If I play poker, which I do now, and I've got a little ace up my sleeve, and I keep pulling it out every now and again and winning a few parts, what do you think happens to me? Don't go down well. You can't cheat. Cheating's just not allowed. And if you're going to take drugs in a sport that's dangerous like boxing, it should be banned. Simple as that.
So you're not buying the contaminated meat story from CANELO's side?
There's always, the potential that it could be contaminated, but come on. Even if it is, then, I don't know. He's got to prove it. He's got to prove where he got the meat from. Where did he go? And then have the batch tested and have a look at the credentials of the supermarket or whatever. He looks juiced up, doesn't he? He looks in good shape. So I can't say whether he's taking drugs or not, but if he's failed a drug test, then he's failed a drug test. You know what I mean? I never failed a drug test. I had about 150 drug tests in my career. Never failed one. And I was eating some dodgy meats as well, some dodgy farmers. None of my meat was contaminated. You know what I mean?
Okay. It looks like Eddie Hearn has possibly bottled out this situation.
Yeah, he's going to bottle it all day long because
he said
he knows I'll stick it on him.
He
knows I'll stick it on him for the fight.
If I see you...
Listen, AJ Wilder fight, yeah, it's going to happen. I think it should happen in the next couple of fights. I just don't want this fight to slip away for the next 2 years.
Yeah.
While they keep sticking AJ in there with the next man in line. I mean, the WBC title should be enough incentive to say for AJ to say, right, you know what, I want to fight Wilder. I want to go for him. He could do that after this one, which I don't think he will. We're good for Miller, but after Miller, I think the crowd are going to start calling for it. The crowd are going to start making noise. The viewers, the paying public, they're going to start saying, good for the Wilder fight. Let's get it on. And I don't know if I'm upsetting people by saying he should fight Wilder, or if people agree with me. But obviously, you can see why the management team and everybody behind AJ would say, you know what, we don't need that fight yet. It's a little bit risky. But from a boxing fan, selfishly, I want him to fight Deontay Wilder, and I think he beats him. I think AJ beats him, but one hell of a great fight. The build-up will be awesome. Is he definitely not coming to this fight?
I believe not, unless he decides randomly to turn up and not tell anyone.
Wounded. I
That's
thought
the
he was
only
doing
one.
a bit of commentary on me in between the rounds.
Shame.
Oh well, not to worry. Make sure get here later on. We'll have a chat with him.
I'm definitely going to do that. Just finally, these rumours of a proposed comeback, fake news or not? That you're targeting the winner of Smith and Groves.
I was asked what I think about the Groves Callum Smith fight. Good fight. Who wins? I think I said I think Groves wins, which I think he does. I think the experience. I mean, don't get me wrong. Callum Smith could win the fight. He's a great fighter. Callum Smith. I like him. Does a lot of things well. But when you're asked, what do you think? Could you beat these fighters? Well, I've knocked Groves out twice, and I've got Groves a favourite for that one. Just about. I think he just edges it with his experience. So I think I can beat Callum Smith as well. So when I'm asked what do you reckon, and I say I can beat Groves, I think I can beat Callum Smith as well. Tough fight, don't get me wrong. That's not an announcement of coming out of retirement, is it? But apparently to the Sun it is. Carl Froch's coming out of retirement. So it's like, it's becoming like a bad joke now, isn't it? It keeps saying Carl Froch's coming out of retirement. But because I'm in the gym, I'm in fantastic shape, and I'm strong, and I'm punching hard, and the sparring's going well. This is where the wind-up starts, isn't it? No, I won't be coming out of retirement. How you doing? You're right. I won't be coming out of retirement to fight anyone.
Okay.
I won't be coming out of retirement.
All right. Well, I'm glad you've put that to bed anyway.
Yeah. I'm not stupid.
We try not to have fake news on here because
These guys are fit and strong, and I've been out of the ring nearly 4 years. I'm not stupid, you know what I mean? It's not realistic. But I reckon I only need 4 rounds. And I've got 4 rounds in me. 4 or 5 rounds. I reckon if I'd stick it on them, like I did Lucian Butte, I'd get either of them out of there.
Were you impressed with Groves' win over Eubank? That was a little while ago.
I was impressed with the tactics, but I won't be re-watching it. Good win, fair play to him.
Who did you pick
Eubank
for that
was a
fight?
live opponent.
Who did you pick for that
I
fight?
thought Eubank would be busy enough and strong enough to push him back and outwork him, make him tired, but he just wasn't strong enough, was it? So fair play to George Groves for manhandling Eubank and just doing what he had to do to get the win. It was a great performance. Well done, but it wasn't one to really what was it? There was moments of excitement in the fight when Eubank was going forward and Groves looked a bit under the cosh, but all in all, it was quite a bit of a poor fight, I thought. I went to the casino in Nottingham, sat down with my brother and a few mates, watched it on the big screen. We made a bit of a night of it, and you know, it was just an average fight, wasn't it? But Groves did well, fair play to him.
Okay. If I see you and Eddie Hearn later, do I have permission just to roll on you with the camera? Is that all right? Can I have permission?
You got my permission, yeah.
I'm surprised he hasn't. I really thought he was coming down.
I'm not. He give you that look. He give you that F off look. He looked down there and he was like...
Oh, but he never shies away. It's interesting. He don't want to be the risk of getting cobraed in the interview.
A few people worried about getting cobraed, aren't they, in a minute?
All right, Carl Froch, thank you very much for talking to iPhone
Pleasure.
TV. And
I'm sure I'll see you later on and tomorrow.
Definitely, mate. All right, appreciate your time.
Pleasure.
That's how boxing should be.
William Hill sponsors Joshua vs Barker live on Sky Sports Box Office.